Hello guys, good morning. This is Aisha from Creation Nails ZM. I am a nail technician and trainer here at Creation Nails ZM Academy. Okay, so today I wanted us to look at a few topics. One of the topics which I have been receiving a lot of questions about, which is financial knowledge, financial planning, okay, how to manage your finances, etc, etc. So we're going to talk about that today. Hope you guys are really excited because I'm very excited to talk about this today. Okay, so when it comes to financial planning, financial knowledge, this is a very important part of your business. This will determine how much you're saving, how much you're making, and also eventually will determine the survival of your business, because our businesses cannot survive minus the financial aspect of it. Okay, so what I always tell my students is this: each and every day, from all your sales, everything that you make every day, you need to start by putting away 10% of your sales every day. You need to put that away, which is what you're paying yourself, the money that is meant for reinvestment eventually in the future. You need to make sure you put away your 10%. You do not touch it, you do not spend it. Okay, so that money is not a saving. Okay, we are not saving that money, we are just simply putting it aside for reinvestments, emergencies. For an example, I wouldn't really categorize emergencies into that money. I wouldn't want to include emergencies in that money, because we need to save for our emergencies separately. We need to make sure we save for our products separately, our daily expenses, our utilities which come at the end of the month. We need to make sure we know how much we are spending every month. Okay, we need to break it down. You need to know what are your fixed expenses, what are your unexpected expenses, what are your emergencies that happen. Everything you need to make sure, say, you are taking it down. You need to know how much you're putting back in the business and how much you're taking out of the business. You need to know what you are reinvesting and how much your reinvestments are bringing back to you. Okay, so these are very important points that we need to consider when we are looking at our finances in our business. Okay, as a business owner, we're not saying you cannot go and have an expensive latte. However, when we are getting started, we need to cut down costs. We do not want to spend on everything in sight. Okay, normally for me, I tell myself I am broke. Okay, when I don't have my own personal money, when I get paid, if I finish my salary, I don't go in and start spending money from my business. Okay, we should try to avoid all those things. We need to make sure to say we do not do impulsive buying, impulsive spending using our business money. Okay, so one way that helps me, because trust me, I'm not like very disciplined with money, but I've learned how to tame myself. So one thing that I do is I make sure I do not have access to my money. Okay, so when I put it in the bank, okay, when I put it in my bank, I do not move with my ATM. I stop moving with my ATM card from my main account. Okay, the account where I put my money, my business money, I do not have access to that account. I make sure to say my card stays home, and I'm very forgetful. Thank God when it comes to my expenses. I really thank God that I'm very forgetful. So sometimes I forget where I put my card. Okay, I know the area where it is or which side of the wardrobe it is, but when I'm in a hurry and I want to go out, my mind is confused. I forget where my card is, and thank God I don't even have to get it. So I make sure to say I put my money in a place where I don't have access to it. That way, even if I went and found a beautiful dress that I would want to buy there and then, I'm broke, I don't have that money. Okay, so that's what works for me. Find out what works for you and then use that to your advantage. Okay, we do not want to be impulsive buyers. Okay, and another thing, okay, just to add to what I just spoke about, okay, I want you guys as young entrepreneurs, when we are getting started, I'm not saying you shouldn't take some time to yourself, but I'll tell you this: even up until now, when I was getting started, I had 0 days off. I did not rest for a day. I did not have a day off. I was working from Sunday to Sunday. I was working 30 hours a day. I was working 40 days a month. I was working 465 days a year. Okay, because I had the vision, I knew what I wanted to achieve at a certain time and where I visualized my business being. So I had to push myself. I still push myself. Okay, I still push myself because we're not yet there. We're not yet there. So I push myself. Okay, so I hope what we spoke about today is going to help somebody out there. I used the simplest terms that will work, that's easy to understand. I'm not a financial advisor by any qualification or professional level. Okay, so this is just me sharing with you guys what works for me, what helps me, and what I think would help you. However, you guys can go ahead, seek financial professional financial advice, and then work out what works for you. But that's what works for me. I make sure I've got no access to my money. I make sure I save my 10% every day. I make sure to say I know my expenditures, my daily expenses, what I spend in a day, what I spend in a month. I do not spend unnecessarily. If there are expenses that I can overlook in a day, I overlook those. Okay, but we have expenses like water for our clients. We have expenses like tea, like sugar, such small expenses that come up during the week or so. They might seem small, but accumulatively you're going to find that that's a little bit of a lot of money. And then every coin should be accounted for when you're doing business. Okay, so if you are an impulse buyer, it's not going to help you, because when you sit down to close your books to now do your accounting at the end of the month, you're going to find you can't even balance your books because you've been spending and you've not been keeping documentation of all those things. I'll give you an example. Even if it's water, okay, even if it's water, for me, I make sure I ask for a receipt. Why? Because I need to document that at the end of the month when I'm closing my books. I need to make sure to say I have receipts of everything that I spent on. Okay, so I hope you guys learned one or two things from me. Okay, you're radiant entrepreneur. Okay, so looking forward to sharing more with you guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. All right, thank you so much and have a good day.